Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker is now just 60 plus days away from its official release by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio, as well as creator George Lucas. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, what's really exciting about Episode 9 is that we do know that this film, at the end of the day, is going to be a revelation film answering many of the burning questions from The Force Awakens, as well as creating brand new questions at the very beginning of this movie that will ultimately be answered at the very end of Episode 9. Now, we do know that JJ has a big plan in place here in order to make The Rise of Skywalker by far the darkest Star Wars film there is within the Skywalker saga itself, in order to create something very original and unique for the audience once they go ahead and see this film come this December of this year. And with that being said, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, what's really intriguing about all of this is that shot descriptions consisting of a sequence where it's explained that both Rey and Kylo Ren are said to be fighting inside of Palpatine's old throne room, where it's said that Rey is described to have trouble fighting Kylo Ren at a certain point in time where he has the upper hand. It's explained that one of the pivotal scenes is said to involve Kylo Ren trying to push Rey over the ledge of the Death Star wreckage within the Emperor's old throne room as their sabers are clashed and locked together. It's described that while Rey is blocking Kylo Ren's attack, it's explained that she begins to hear the Force Ghost voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi's Force Ghost voice reaching out to her in her mind, guiding her by telling her a passage of the Prime Jedi and the ancient Jedi ways. It's said that this allows Rey to focus, where at one point in time Rey, and of course Kylo Ren, begin their battle once again, where Kenobi tells Rey to close her eyes and focus on the Force. This is where it's said to be the moment in which it drives Rey to eventually gain the upper hand through Kenobi's help, where fighting Ren within the very depths of the Death Star wreckage. It's said that as the fight continues, Kenobi's Force Ghost voice allows Rey and also allows Rey to tell Rey to trust her instincts, where eventually the fight is said to continue to the very top of the second Death Star outside, where Rey is able to kick Kylo Ren over a ledge, where he is actually left hanging onto a pole of some kind, where he is able to jump up back onto the surface of the second Death Star wreckage, where the fight begins to continue. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, we do know that J.J. Abrams wants to really do something very special with the Force Ghosts in Episode 9, especially the characters between both Rey and Kylo Ren, and how the characters connected to the Netherworld are going to help them out in numerous ways in this movie. So the one piece that I do want to go over here is, of course, the ancient Jedi. Now, specifically the Prime Jedi himself. Now, in case you guys have no clue what the Prime Jedi really is, the Prime Jedi is said to be the first of the Order. We actually learned this in The Last Jedi novelization and The Last Jedi visual dictionary, and it's going to have a major reference in this movie through one or two Force Ghosts, one of which being, of course, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now, during their battle, within Palpatine's old throne room, since it's actually set to take place inside the very depths of the second Death Star wreckage, is of course the moment in which Kenobi's Force Ghost voice actually connects with Rey, basically allowing her to guide her way through the Force, and by telling her, of course, the passage of the Prime Jedi and the ancient Jedi ways. Now, the Ancient Jedi Code is actually said to be a very big part in Episode 9. In fact, J.J. Abrams wants to tap into new Star Wars lore that the fans have never seen before on the big screen, which really is a big deal because it tells us that Disney and Lucasfilm really want to expand the franchise and really bring things in different ways that fans have never seen before in the Star Wars franchise. And as Kenobi's Force Ghost voice is actually allowing Rey to hear the passage of the first Jedi, or should I say the Prime Jedi, who is the first of the Order, it allows her to focus in on the passage and allows her to gain the upper hand against Kylo Ren, where Kylo is eventually pushed over the ledge by Rey, where he eventually is able to make his way back up, where the fight continues. Now, that fight where it continues, we actually got a little glimpse of that in the D23 teaser trailer back in August, where they're fighting and you see a lot of waves in the background. Very dramatic sequence, I must add. So The fact that JJ is doing something to this extent by really making it a very dramatic moment between these three characters. The biggest question of all is, does Kylo Ren really know that Rey is actually connecting with somebody at this point in time? And it also does bring up a big question. Was she also connected to Kenobi during that very moment in the very ending of The Force Awakens where she closes her eyes? You know, without the fans and the audience actually knowing at that point in time, because Rey is doing a similar thing here, where their blades are locked together, she closes her eyes, and the Force Ghost voice of Kenobi is said to be heard in the background as he guides Rey throughout that very, you know, intense moment between the two characters where Rey is actually being pretty much, you know, put to the wayside by Kylo Ren. He has the upper hand. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.